So today is task 2 of the BOS. Task 2 of the second BOS. That's it. Task 2 series BOS, 2 BOS. Turns out yesterday I did better than I thought because I actually won it. Hey! We're now in a different location altogether. Much better. It's quite a bit breezier today. Certainly it feels it here, but that might be because of compression on the hill, because we are much higher up than yesterday. This is a much better takeoff from here. In fact, let's just go down to the front. Hang on.
That's yours and Becca's combined.
And this is the takeoff here today. So it's a much better takeoff spot. Very steep, much easier to get away. Sorry about that. Some scurrilous bypasser wiggled my arm, thought it'd be funny, and he knocked my camera off. What a numpty, Gordon Rigg. Anyway, so this is the takeoff today, looking better. Conditions are not looking as good though, but they didn't look that good yesterday. So we're waiting for the task briefing now, and we'll see where we're going to fly today. Hopefully we'll have a good flight, and obviously I'll update you in the air. Going up, got nose out, bit of a wind up waiting for that takeoff because there's a lot's going down, look very difficult, but I'm having a go. Climbing out from the Malverns, let's see how high I can get. Well, I'm flying with Tony filling up. Hello Tony! We're at 2,800 feet. I should be in all flight, directly above takeoff. A very difficult day. The lead group went quite a while ago. And I think me and Tony are just about as high as we're going to get. So considering going on a glide soon, it's not very high in cross-country terms, but it's all we've got the choice for. So let's do it. Well, I think we're going to have to do it. Going for a glide. We've lost 300 feet, just like that. Well, let's see what happens. Me and Tony have gone over the back. We're in a weak climb. I've gained 357 feet in this climb, very slowly. Today is a very, very difficult day. First gaggle are still in the air because I heard them on the radio. So I know it's possible, but there's only me and Tony, whereas they've got about 5 of them. There's safety in numbers, because between you, you've got more chance of finding a thermal. This thermal that me and Tony have got is a bit pants, to be fair. So I'm going to turn you off and concentrate on it. Well, we got up to 3,000 feet and then we lost it, and now we're on a glide. Let's turn it. It's a day for wafting about, really. trying to find something to stay up in. Because you haven't got long before you're on the ground today. I don't think we've done 10 kilometres yet and we're almost on the floor. This is terrible. Conditions are absolutely pants. So I think I'm going to be landing very shortly, unless I get a thermal just here. Let's see what happens. Just landing now. Look like a nil wing landing. Good one though, as I would expect from Tony. Some sort of really cool campsite beneath me. What's this? Back up to 2,800. This is about the highest I've been all flight from that fairly low save. Like I said, Tony landed, so now I'm completely on my own. There's no real clouds to work off. The sky's very milky. Very, very difficult, like I've been saying. So, today is a race to anywhere, which means all we've got to do is fly 50 kilometres. Sounds easy, doesn't it? Not really. Not in these conditions. And that task reflects the difficult conditions. Because in a lot of conditions that would not be a particularly difficult task, but today that is really challenging. I think I've maybe done 10k now, but I'm really struggling with it. So I seem to have stopped going up now, probably hit inversion, just sort of dabbling at this height. As long as anything's in here, I'm just going to keep going around those, as long as there's anything. I need every scrap of height I can get today. Nearly at 3,000 feet now. So let's see if I can get up to 3,000 feet in this thermal. Come on! Fly towards the only cloud that I could see nearby, and as I've gone towards it, the blinking thing's broken up and disappeared. So I've got no thermal markers now as to where there might be one. The only thing I can do now is head over likely ground trigger sources. So I'm heading over a lot of cut fields, looking for buildings as well. Anything that sort of signifies where I think there might be a nice trigger. The last trigger I got was some yellow cornfields with the campsite. That was a trigger. So I'm now heading towards what looks like a big farm surrounded by yellow fields. Hopefully that'll be another trigger. If not, I'll probably be on the floor. Let's see how we do. Around here somewhere. Just gotta find it. There is lift, just lots of little bits of broken lift, but where's the actual thermal? Or is there one? Might not be, I suppose. indicates that I'm concentrating. Well, it seems to be working. I'm having to work, stay in it too. Trying to fly very relaxed and responsive to what the thermal's doing. One thing I've noticed since coming back to the UK is our UK thermals are a lot softer than the Spain ones. They feel softer to fly in. Can they be a little bit more relaxed? Gained 1,000 feet in this thermal now. Still going up. Back up to 2,300. Need to get higher though. So I either lost that or it died away. I'm not sure which. Now I'm gliding at 2,000 feet. Already really needing the next one. This is really tough, this flight. Said it would be. That's where I'm going. There's no clouds. Rubbish. Just lots of fields. There's a town ahead, or a village. That could be a thermal generator. Whoa. If I can get there high enough to use it. Well, let's have a look. Let's see how we do. Well, there we go. This is the lowest I've been. Looks like a landing now. This is the little village that I was talking about. I did sort of bump into something on the way here, but it wasn't good enough to use. So, I've spotted a landing field. Spotted quite a few actually. But I'm going to go over these ploughed fields on the way, just in case. Big enough to use properly. Gained a whole 98 feet in total here. Keep falling out of each side of the thermal. I thought that might get me up for a minute, but it's not to be. It's enabling me to pick a better landing field though. I think it's better. This one over here, next to a farm. So, VG to landing place. Which is about a third VG. Nice field here. Land like that way along it, like that. And it's unzipped. I suspect this is going to be a very light wind landing. I need to be ready for pulling speed on and the flare. Looking at my landing field, it's sloping in ways that I don't really like, but there's another one just a little bit further on, so I'm going to pick that one. The difference is that one is ploughed, but we're going to go for it. Legs out. Big flare now. Wow, I can't believe I pulled that off. So, I had a good landing there in nil wind conditions on a slight downslope actually. I came from that direction towards us, slight downslope, but it ended up a really nice landing, which I was surprised at because they're not my best landings, but that one was pretty good, so I'm happy with that. So, how did I do? I've done, I think, about 20 kilometres. The goal was 50, so I haven't even made halfway. But as you can see, it's very difficult conditions. The lead gaggle who left, there was Gordon and Grant and Steve and Dave Matthews and Justin in it, I think. They, at least two of them have landed, but they've got 40 kilometres by the look of it, or just over 40 kilometres looking at live track. So well done guys, that's Steve and Gordon landed just over 40 kilometres, so that's really good, more than double what I've done. And I'm not sure, but I think Dave and Grant might still be flying, and possibly even Justin too. So, but those guys are excellent at those conditions, these conditions. For me, these are the sort of conditions that I find the hardest. Flatland flying, very light, very difficult, and there's no markers. And a lot of that flight, I was completely on my own. Tony buggered off and landed. How dare you, Tony? You should have stayed and helped me. So I was trying to find the thermals on my own with no help, whereas the other guys had a gaggle. I'm assuming they had a gaggle of them, and when you're in a gaggle you can spread out a little bit. One of you finds a thermal and you all go up together, so you've got a much wider search area. Nevertheless, they've done really well, a lot better than I've done, so fantastic going guys, just what I'd expect from you, well done. But nevertheless, I am still pleased with my performance today. I really enjoyed that flight. I found it quite relaxing actually in some of those thermals. They were very gentle, just nicely going up. And yeah, I enjoyed it. Top day. Not as good scoring as yesterday, but still another really good day. A lot of good learning. And still learning on this new glider to me, which I still haven't done a talk about this glider, have I? But I will do at some point, because I got rid of, well, not got rid of, I sold my T2C, my big one. And I've bought a smaller glider, which is a T3. So this is 10 square feet smaller. And I've done that because I've lost some weight. And I'll talk about the differences between the gliders on another video. But that was a good flight. I enjoyed that flight. Again, much better flight than I expected from the conditions. And hopefully we'll have another one tomorrow. See you soon.